your husband has been unfaithful, you know the feelings of betrayal, guilt, and anxiety are completely paralyzing. It's the most trust-busting and traumatic experience you can have. It's easy to sink into feelings of guilt and shame. Ask me how I know. My husband's infidelity knocked the wind out of me. It was my worst nightmare, and I never saw it coming. Sources indicate that infidelity affects 30 to 60% of all U.S. marriages and is the one of the top reasons for divorce. When your husband cheats on you, you start to question everything about him, you, your commitment, and your future. If you feel as if the rug has been pulled out from underneath you, it's because it has. Hi, I'm Suzanne Ferguson, happy marriage coach, and my clients and I have been exactly where you are. While my own experience led to divorce, in large part because I went to traditional marriage therapy, I made it my life's mission to find a way to help women save their marriages and families. I've had extensive training in rapid approaches to healing and have helped hundreds of women just like you over the last 16 years. Thousands of women not only live through infidelity, but learn how to heal, grow, and thrive in ways they never imagined. In a few moments, you're going to learn the process to do just that. But first, let me ask you a question. If I told you that you can bypass a year or more of pain and start to heal you, your marriage, and family in a few short weeks, would you be open to that? Take a moment and feel into it. This process, while incredibly effective, isn't meant for everyone. Are you thinking it will take years to rebuild after a long and painful course of therapy? You may want to think hard on that. Studies show that the 6 months to a year of painful marriage counseling can actually lead to divorce. After everything you've been through, do you really want to try to push, pull, or drag him into marriage counseling? Many of the women I've served came after a failed course of therapy and described how digging up the whole past damaged their relationship further. Luckily, they were able to rapidly turn down the volume on the pain and get to the heart of the matter with the tools I shared with them. Betrayal of any kind triggers old wounds and reinforces pre-existing doubts you already have about yourself. Both you and your husband joined hands with the best of intentions, but old wiring and beliefs have locked you into a painful cycle that leads to one painful experience after another. The infidelity is not your fault, and it's also not the real root of the problem. There are 5 steps to healing from infidelity. First, it's vital to identify the true villains in your marriage. Are you tired of endless arguments, distance, and disappointments? Good. Then you're ready to have a breakthrough. Here it is. These issues and infidelity are only symptoms. There's a force operating in both your lives that keeps you locked in painful patterns in spite of your best intentions and willpower. The force is comprised of the beliefs programmed into you in early childhood and trauma that reinforce them. If you keep having the same arguments and push-pull dance, then you're both being held hostage by destructive generational patterns. In a few moments, you'll learn about the fast-release trauma transformation experience. The second step to healing infidelity is renewing your resilience. While you'll be tempted to rage or seethe and gather your troops to validate your pain and keep your husband in the villain role, consider this. Whatever you focus on grows. Replaying pain is an old pattern. If you keep him locked in the villain role, you'll never be free of the victim role. You can use your energy to revivify pain, or you can use it to heal yourself and rapidly rekindle your lost love. Which one feels better to you? The third step is to claim your confidence. Do you find yourself talking until you're blue in the face? When you try to talk to him, does he just blow up or withdraw? If so, then you're ready for a role change that will get the ball of power back in your court. Talking about your problems prematurely actually stirs up old wounds and triggers new negative perceptions, which erodes your confidence. Instead, my clients fuel up by learning to nurture their own spirits and refocusing attention in meaningful ways. I take them on a nurture your spirit journey where they give themselves what they most want from others. In a few short weeks, they feel more alive than they have in years. The fourth step is using rapid trauma relief approaches. What's the secret to such rapid recovery? The trauma transformation experience to alleviate the impact of old traumas without digging them up. When your husband disappointed you or betrayed your trust, he activated something within you that you've been carrying your whole life, a belief that you're not good enough. You don't have to be a victim to old rules, and patterns, nor do you have to let your marriage become another statistic. This process unlocks and painlessly releases old, destructive patterns that have been stored on a cellular level. It's an easy 1.5-hour live or telephone-based session that provides healing relief within 48 hours. The fifth and final step is to reconnect your family heart threads. The last phase is to reconnect your family's heart threads with individualized sessions to help your kids and each other in deeper and meaningful ways so that infidelity is behind you once and for all. When I work with women, they learn in 4 short weeks how the troubles are really gifts in disguise. They're the foundation for better, stronger, freer, and more loving relationships than you had before. Imagine you, your husband and kids looking back a couple of months from now and feeling thankful for this journey. You are worth it. Your marriage is worth it. Your happy marriage is already waiting in the wings. All you need to do is say yes.